In this episode,
we need to address your 10-year overstay.
I was shocked, but also really disappointed.
married in Australia, but will the law force them apart?
I know he overstayed, but he didn't drain the criminal justice system or drain the health system.
The thing is, he also didn't pay taxes. That's
No.
one thing that they will bring up.
An American wife caught in no man's land.
And then they will only be with you properly instead of just under supervision.
The message that it sends of, we don't want you if you're not perfect.
A wife's desperate fight to prove her marriage is real.
There's an overwhelming amount of evidence of a relationship here.
I'm 35 now and I want to have a family.
Absolutely, there are mental health consequences.
And the moment she made a fateful decision.
I know now what I want to do.
It's hard to know that the news that you deliver has such a big impact.
"29-year-old marketing executive Jessie came to Australia as a tourist. Finding love was the last thing on her mind. That was until she met Tom.
So we met at a hostel in Sydney. I had just arrived from America and I wasn't planning on staying at all. Hi. And then day 3, I met this blonde hair, blue-eyed Aussie that just completely changed my entire world. There was something almost immediately different.
It's a video.
I think it was just more of kind of like an instant soul connection.
That's not even fair.
And so, we were engaged after 5 months and married after 9 months.
I now present Mr. and Mrs. Van de...
So I'm just kind of packing for the trip this weekend. It's become pretty routine.
But there was a dark cloud hanging over this fairy tale. Tom had a past.
He was in a horrific car accident in December of 2015. Him and his partner were driving home after Christmas shopping. And unfortunately, Tom fell asleep behind the wheel. The car flipped and her not wearing her seatbelt, she was killed on impact.
Tom's then-girlfriend was killed in the crash. Speed, drugs and alcohol were ruled out as factors. Nearly 2 years later, Tom met Jessie with a charge of dangerous driving causing death hanging over his head. A mandatory jail sentence followed.
Exactly 2 weeks after we were married, he was sentenced to a 2.5-year prison sentence. Now he's forever in the system. He is, a convicted felon. So we're headed to Beechworth Correctional Center in Beechworth, Victoria. And I've been doing this drive for about 10.5 months. He has been in prison for a little over 11 months. It's the only time we get to spend together. You want that intimate touch and, to be hugged by your partner and kissed by your partner and told that they love you. And it's just, I do it for him, but I also do it for me. I dream about the time that I don't have to do this anymore and, he's just home.
Married under Australian law, Jessie still needs a partner visa to migrate. She's on a bridging visa until her application is approved. But the rules have just changed. Australian citizens now have to pass a character test to get a visa for their partner. Jessie doesn't know if Tom's time in prison will mean that she can't live in Australia.
The new requirements are really confusing, especially with how they apply to our situation, and I really need help understanding how it impacts us personally. Worst case scenario is I can't stay in Australia due to his criminal record, and he can't come to the United States due to his criminal record.
Jessie has engaged a migration agent to try and make sense of the new laws.
So this legislation is to do with family violence. Even though the intention of the legislation is to protect foreigners from Australian citizens that have committed domestic violence, they've actually created legislation that is a lot more far-reaching than that. It's really the first time that Australian citizens have been scrutinised and their criminal history taken a look at in the migration process. The migration process has predominantly just been about applicants and foreigners, but now to actually involve the Australian citizen and their background is quite a controversial piece of legislation.
The timing for Jessie couldn't be worse. She's counting down the months until Tom's release, but for all she knows, their days together may also be numbered.
The Department of Immigration can enact this law at any time. And then does that ultimately mean Tom is disqualified from sponsoring me? I don't know. All I did was fall in love, and I just seem to continuously be punished for it for us to try to stay together.
It only takes about 2 months for a marriage certificate to be processed. But a partner visa for a permanent residency can take more than 2 years. And that puts a strain on any relationship.
Are you waiting for treats? Are you waiting for treats, Shiny? Down?
Shiny the Labrador is the second love of Satinder's life.
Good boy.
So that's Sumit, me, when I was in India. So that was my last visit.
Satinder, who works in the gaming industry, is an Australian citizen. She met her husband Sumit while he was here on a student visa from India.
It was really good trip. I had really great time with him. Sumit and I have been together from end of 2012, and then we got married in 2015. That's my breakfast ready.
But for the past 3.5 years, they've lived 10,000 kilometres apart, not by choice. Immigration is questioning whether this relationship is real.
Good morning.
Always same breakfast, always same.
What do you want me to cook in the morning?
Something nice.
That is nice. Healthy.
The couple married in Australia and applied for a spouse visa the same year. But because Sumit had overstayed his student visa, the law requires him to wait for a decision back in India. There are currently unprecedented wait times.
The backlogs are certainly at levels we have never seen. The spouse visa application backlog, for example, is now getting close to 2 years. When I was in the department, we viewed a spouse visa application should generally be processed within 3 to 6 months. 2 years is really quite extraordinary.
The waiting time for Satinder and Sumit blew out when immigration dug deeper into their case. Without their knowledge, the department sent investigators to Sumit's hometown in India to conduct interviews. Their inquiries left them unconvinced the relationship is real.
The department proceeded to send some interviewing officers to Sumit's home in India to interview them on whether or not it's a genuine relationship. And following that interview, they had gathered some information which led them to believe that Sumit and Satinder weren't in a genuine relationship.
The fact that the couple lives 10,000 kilometres apart hasn't made it easy for Yun to prove her client's case.
So Satinder has prepared a huge number of documents to prove that the relationship is genuine. The department wants to see a joint living together. We can't actually show that because they're not. They're in 2 separate countries. But to address that, we've given them lots of phone bills to show that the numbers they call are each other, the social media chats to show the same thing, newspaper publishings of anniversaries and photographs. To any reasonable person, there's an overwhelming amount of evidence of a relationship here.
Get to your kennel.
I'm 35 now, and I want to have a family.
One for Mummy, one for Daddy, one for Shiny, one for God.
I'm just scared. Maybe I'll have a problem to conceive. Well, we want to build a life in Australia because I think it's a great country to live in. I love India too, but I'm more relaxed and comfortable here.
Without her husband by her side, Satinder lives a solitary life, no family or close friends. The couple relies on technology to keep their relationship alive.
We have a CCTV at home, so when I'm at work, so he keeps an eye on Shiny, what he's doing.
What's Shiny doing? He's barking really bad last couple of days.
I can do what?
They're gonna give you a coaching classes for how to train your puppy.
I don't know. I'll call them and I'll find out how much they charge and all that. Or I'll train him at home from the YouTube. That's how we are together at the moment. Not like sitting next to each other, but yeah, through the phone. Once I'll get in my car, I'll give you a call back again. So, love you, love you, love you. Bye. I don't know what else we can provide them to prove it, that we are in a genuine relationship. Be good. I'll see you tonight. Waiting for him, he's waiting for me. But the time we have wasted, it will never ever come back. And we're still wasting that time.
While one couple fights to be reunited, another is in a battle to stay together.
She totally did it. Sneakily, she took a shit in the cosmetics. This out of your mustache. And don't go take shits in my cosmetics anymore.
French national Fares came to Australia on a working holiday visa.
What am I doing wrong?
Nothing. It's all good.
And while enjoying the laid-back lifestyle, it was public service manager Stephanie who stole his heart.
When I first met Steph, well, I really liked the way she was dressed and she was good looking, so I wanted to know more about that. Put that away? Yeah.
It was heading into summer and we were just increasingly sure of each other.
In love, yeah.
And, yeah, falling for each other.
But for Stephanie, the whirlwind romance was about to be torn apart.
When Fares told me that he had overstayed his visa by 10 years, I was obviously really shocked, but also really disappointed.
Living a life for 10 years is something extremely hard. You don't think that it'd be that hard, but you got to keep giving the same stories to everyone and try to remember what you said the last time. And also, when I go to the doctors, never give them my real name. Try to change address every year or phone number. It was a story of a little problem becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, and me being scared to kind of face it.
There are currently more than 60,000 overstayers living unlawfully in Australia. Not long after Fares and Stephanie started their relationship, his luck ran out. 2 years ago, he was caught and placed in detention.
I was like, that's it, that's the end. That's the moment that I was dreading had happened. I'm gonna have to face the music. And so they took me to Broadmeadows Detention Centre, where I was shocked, never been in a jail or near a jail before. Quite scary.
I just said to Fares, I will get you out. I don't know how long it will take, but I will do it.
Stephanie's first attempt to get him out failed. She appealed and posted a $20,000 bond to finally secure Fares's release on a bridging visa.
It's all right, it's hot.
Cheers.
They married a month later, but their partner visa is still up in the air, and the department wants Fares to reapply from outside of Australia.
We knew that we were facing another huge battle, which is what we're still doing now. So we're 2 years since that point that we lodged the partner visa, and we're still waiting for an outcome.
A person who overstays, I mean, every day that they overstay is a really conscious decision for them to perpetually break the law.
The couple is seeing a migration agent to find out what their options are. The department's decision can be reheard by the Administrative Appeals Tribunal.
Good. Come through.
The role of the AAT in the immigration context is that we are there to provide people who've had their visa refused or their visa cancelled with an opportunity to have a merits review of that decision. So we hear the matter afresh, we stand in the shoes of the original decision maker, we apply the same policy, but we look at the evidence afresh.
Steph and Fares, we've got a serious issue here. We need to address your 10-year overstay. The question is, why did you decide to remain in Australia and not return to France?
I wanted to go back at the end of the year with my girlfriend at the time, back to France, but we broke up just before I was supposed to go back. And being depressed and all, I'd spent all my money for my return ticket on trying to forget about it. I was always thinking that I was going to leave soon after, like 3 months, and then maybe 3 more months, and that's how it played out.
I can understand that, you may have made the decision to overstay a few months, but 10 years is quite a significant period. Staying here unlawfully in Australia is a huge issue for the government, and they don't look very lightly upon that. And that's going to be very significant. That will determine whether you're going to be able to stay here to continue a partner visa application.
Like, he doesn't have a criminal record.
No, he
there's
doesn't.
There's no drama. I mean, I know he overstayed, but he didn't drain the criminal justice system or drain the health system or do it. He went under the radar, admittedly, and made that choice himself.
The thing is, he also didn't pay. Did you pay taxes? Sorry?
No, no.
Okay, so you didn't pay taxes. That's
No.
one thing that they will bring up. There's been an increasing number of people who are overstaying in Australia, and the government are cracking down on it. They don't show much consideration, and normally it's hard to justify any sort of option to remain here. And they would prefer that you leave Australia and make an application overseas. You will have to be separated for a couple of years for that.
I can't comment on individual cases, but if good and decent people follow the rules, they've fallen in love, they wait for the visa to come through, maybe the Australian citizen goes back overseas to spend time with the person they want to spend their life with until the visa comes through. Why should someone who jumps that queue, who comes to Australia on a tourist visa and then says, oh, we're in love, I want to stay, why should they be able to do that when other people follow the rules? Why should they be considered better just because they're here?
Their appeal will be based on the impact Faris's deportation will have on Australian citizen Steph. She's faced with losing her husband or giving up her career and her strong ties to family and the community.
You've got, your career, you've got your parents, you've got the involvement in the community that is making a difference to those people. It's really about weighing up whether, is it worth you leaving Australia and giving all this up or sacrificing this, or, should you stay here and allow your partner visa to continue?
I just feel very stuck. Either decision, staying here and looking after my parents or going with Faris, both outcomes are quite shit for me. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
The waiting time for an appeal hearing can be 1 to 2 years. Steph will need as much evidence from friends and family that she can gather.
I think the hearing is going to be tough.
Yeah, I think the hearing's going to be very tough.
Yeah.
Sometimes you tend to forget that there's all that at stake because we've been doing it for 2-3 years. We've been marinating in it. So, and this kind of meeting just reminds us that there's a lot at stake. It's not going to be easy.
The highlight of Jessie's day is the nightly call she receives from husband Tom.
To understand the conditions of this call, please continue.
Hey. Pretty good. How was your day?
Oh, pretty standard, I guess. Worked a full day in the factory.
With Tom in prison and Jessie's Australian residency in question, these are the moments they cling to.
This is our once a day 15-minute phone call. So we have to fit our entire relationship into a 15-minute phone call. I'm talking to that migration agent about our case and if you're eligible to sponsor me.
It has to make some sense of it all.
Yeah.
Jessie is worried that Tom's mandatory jail sentence will jeopardise their spouse visa application. For the first time, she's getting legal advice.
We represented ourselves because with Tom's legal fees for his court case and with employers not wanting to hire someone on a work holiday visa, we simply couldn't afford to get an agent.
So partner visa processes are getting more complicated and definitely more expensive in Australia. Currently, it probably costs about $7,000 for a partner visa application. If you were also using an agent, you'd be paying probably about $10,000.
We're in together.
Yes, we are. That's our little 30-second mark.
Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Love you, bye.
All right, love you, bye.
Today, Jessie is meeting migration agent Belinda Christie to find out if the new law changes will harm her chances for permanent residency.
Hi.
Jessie?
Hi, yes.
Hi, I'm Belinda.
Hi, Jessie. So nice to meet
Hi,
you.
nice to
Thank
meet
you for
you
your
too.
time.
No worries.
Belinda spent nearly 10 years working inside the Department of Immigration, but a character test on Australian citizens for a partner visa is new. So where does that leave Tom and Jessie?
When the department is assessing whether somebody is of good character or not, they're looking, are they going to be a danger to you?
Yeah.
It's the offence itself that they're looking at, okay? So child protection,
Jesus.
sex offenders.
Yeah, and it's
he's not under any of those. So that's why don't be so stressed out, because this is what the law was made for, is to protect children and to protect partners.
100%. From a case officer, if you were reading this, would it be likely, do you think it would be refused?
No. No, and the reason I say that is because there was no ill intent by him. You know, it was an accident and it's a mandatory sentencing laws. That's why. I'm actually really satisfied now that it's not going to impact the application at all. It is not a sex crime. It's not a crime against children. It's not a domestic violence crime. So I'm not so worried about the character.
So Tom's character is in the clear. Now the focus is back on Jessie to satisfy the department's criteria.
You don't have any health issues as far as you know?
I don't. I do have a medical condition of diabetes insipidus that I was born with.
Okay. That's a whole other ballgame that we haven't even talked about.
Yep.
If you're going to cost the Australian government more than $40,000 in your life because of the condition, they can have a negative assessment.
This is a whole new issue. If Jessie's condition is regarded as a burden on Australia's health system, her application to live here might be rejected.
You'll likely fail health. And it's based on medical costs. If you're disabled, that you won't be able to work. You know, if you need care, they base it on a lot of things. And $40,000 is not that much.
No.
Might be worth doing your medical sooner rather than later so that you can kind of rule that out.
I had no idea there was an arbitrary amount of $40,000 a year. And so now that I know that, I'll take action immediately. Every time we figure we've made multiple steps forward, then we just completely get knocked back down. It's just one more big stressor. These aren't little petty problems. This consequence means that I could potentially not be with my husband.
Another marriage being tested by immigration's tough admission rules and long waiting times is Satinder and Sumit.
When Sumit left, and because we used to sleep in the same bed, and I said to him, I can't sleep at night time, and he said to me, all right, I'll order a big teddy for you, so you can hug the teddy and sleep with him. So we call him Smiley, and then I'll just sleep with him. Just hug him and don't feel I'm lonely.
Satinder and Sumit have been surviving a long-distance marriage for 3.5 years.
So this is my life with daddies and the dog. Please bring my husband back so I can sleep with him, not with Teddy.
Even though they were married under Australian law, the Immigration Department has doubts their relationship is genuine. Sumit can't legally live with his Australian wife until their partner visa is approved.
We are still waiting. They didn't get back to us. For me, it should be finalised by now.
Thanks for coming in. We submitted the response for the partner visa. No response from them yet. So the only thing that you can really do at this stage is to wait. This is not within a normal processing time at all. We know that 3.5 years is way beyond what people usually go through.
Seriously, I am furious because just give us a reason. Just say, okay, we are not satisfied with this. We don't think it's genuine. That's fine. At least say a yes or no.
They can't live together, and the stress of living apart is taking a toll on their relationship. Yun has submitted the evidence gathered by Satinder. She's expecting a decision any day now.
In the spouse category, the most common forms of fraud we find is a contrived relationship, where the relationship has been engineered for the purposes of getting the visa. And yes, it does happen. The frequency with which it happens is much lower than people imagine. In my experience, between 0 and 5% was common. Anything above 5%, I think, in any year was unusual.
Their situation is further complicated by the fact that Sumit overstayed his student visa by 2 years, leaving a black mark against his immigration record.
So we can try a visitor visa to get Sumit here in the meantime, but the likelihood of that being refused is probably pretty high just because of his immigration history. The visitor visa is, like for people who have an intention to come here temporarily, but because the department will be looking at, Sumit has come here before and then he's overstayed, they will probably think that he will do so again, unfortunately. In a sense, this is not the way a normal application should progress. They're giving you a harder time than a lot of others, which is really unfortunate, and it's probably just because of the overstaying that Sumit did back many years ago now. And are you getting any support here, I guess?
No. Not getting any support from anywhere. Just struggling day by day life. It's hard for a single person to paying for everything and going through all that.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a very stressful situation at the moment. I'm really depressed, to be honest, because it's taking way too long. I just want to finish this off and get a positive result. That's all that I want.
Depression is very common amongst people who are waiting a long time or who are apart from family members for a very long time. I think it's almost underestimated the kind of effects these separations can have on people.
We've recently been to see our migration agent.
Stephanie is also on the case, calling on family and friends to build her appeal to stop husband Faris from being deported.
We don't really know when the hearing's going to be, but it could be sooner rather than later. So do you reckon you could get that to me as soon as possible? Like if you could just email it through? Thank you. All right, bye. Bye.
You've got to price those first, the last ones, and then you can put the rest out as well.
They all go for...
Thank you, Faris.
Since his release from detention 2 years ago, Faris has been on a strict bridging visa. It means he's not allowed to work.
I'm not able to work at the moment. That's one of my visa conditions, quite restrictive, is that I can't take any paid work. So to keep me busy and give back to the community, I volunteer around. It's always pretty a good feeling. The main thing is that I have no income and I feel very useless in the couple that is Steph and I. But Steph never mentions it or make me feel guilty about that. It's frustrating to not be able to bring some money to the house or like buy Steph flowers here and there and surprise her. Because I'll still buy her flowers, but she knows exactly when they're coming. It's like when she gives me her money. That's it. That's about it.
On top of his volunteer work, Faris has also taken on a vital role with Steph's family. He is the primary carer for her mother, Christine.
No hug for now, but I've got pastas.
Oh, what have we got?
Yeah, pasta, chicken.
Pasta, yum, yum, yum. I love that. Come on in. Come. You right? Yeah. Try that.
It's gonna fit.
There you go.
She's perfect.
Perfect. You want a drink?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll have tea.
I hope you like chicken and mushrooms.
Yeah, I do.
That's what's in there.
With Steph working full-time, Faris has helped Christine's recovery from surgery. She's about to face another major hip operation. If he's deported, the burden falls onto Steph, and that's an argument she can use in their upcoming hearing.
You might need to talk to your doctor about writing a letter just explaining what the current situation is and about your...
That's from the hospital.
Oh, okay, and about your upcoming surgery.
Yeah, that's about,
All
that's
right.
what I've got to have now.
Yeah, this is good.
So
We can use that.
I rang them.
You know, probably have to tell them what do you need now and what do you think
Well,
you're likely to need post the next surgery as well.
Yeah.
So how often would you need Faris to come? all of that sort of stuff. So we just have to make that a bit clearer. So my mum really desperately wants us to remain here. We provide her with a great deal of support and to my dad as well. I'm really very concerned about how she would cope emotionally if we had to leave. I'm even more concerned about how she'd cope physically.
If it's not a positive outcome, what's then?
Well,
for
then
you
there's
two.
Well, so
Guess I have to go.
Faris will have to leave, and I will have to decide whether I stay here or leave with him. If I choose to stay here, then we would be apart until it's granted.
Well, you can't do that.
And so my argument then on the other side is that if I then go with him, because we want to start a family and all of that, then I'm leaving you and Dad without that support. Yeah,
I know that.
Yeah.
But you've got to understand.
Yeah.
You still have to do what's right for you too.
Oh, yeah,
and I support that as much as that.
Yeah. Yeah, but
that will hurt
we're saying
me.
That's not an option for us.
I know, but you've still got to do what's right for you.
She can't leave you here. We can't leave you here.
It's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Because you're in a no-win situation.
Don't get worked up, Mum. It's all
It just
right.
does, because it's not fair. Yes, you've made a mistake, but you haven't committed a crime.
She really wants to have that feeling that we're a
secure.
family.
Yeah.
And we'll be around and I'll be part of her family.
Yeah,
And
she's craving, I think my mum is really needing that certainty as well. That's been a really difficult thing for me to witness, is the impact this is having on my parents.
it's good to see you.
Thank you so much,
And how stressed they are, and also very fearful around what would happen if we had to both leave. Thanks, Mum.
We'll see you.
We'll see you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.
Bye.
This is what they don't see. You put on the bright face. They don't see this. They don't see this heartache for them. Everything they're going through, nobody sees that. And I can't imagine what they're going through. And I don't know how they do it, because some days I can't. I struggle. It's not fair. It's just not fair.
Every weekend, Jessie makes a 7-hour round trip to visit husband Tom in jail.
It was always a really nice, just kind of sigh of relief when I get to hug him again and feels like the world is right and normal and makes sense for a few hours.
Getting married was easy. The process to gaining a partner visa has been a long and bumpy road.
Tom and I chatted about how nice it was to be able to breathe a little easier knowing that his prison sentence isn't going to be the absolute barrier that keeps us apart.
While Tom's jail sentence won't count against them, Jessie's medical condition could be considered too costly by the Immigration Department.
We're a little nervous about the medical exam, knowing that the $40,000, while it can seem arbitrary, it can add up really, really quickly, so hoping that that's not a big barrier. So I'm gonna look at it tonight and see when the next appointment is, and probably actually book in the exam so I know if that's the hindrance or not.
The Australian government has consistently argued that immigration must not be a net charge to the budget. There is intense pressure on the Australian health system, and as our population ages, that pressure will rise. Australia has exemptions to the rule for non-economic visas, that is, visas associated with family migration, particularly spouse visas. And the reason we have those exemptions is because the objective of those visas is not economic. For the government to, for example, refuse a partner application on health grounds, I think would be unconscionable.
I have absolutely no idea a visa could be denied to someone to have a condition because it costs the community too much. The message that it sends of, we don't want you if you're not perfect. And they pick apart your life, every single little detail, and knowing any piece of that puzzle could be like, if you're not perfect enough for us, you're completely rejected. I mean, this is actually bullshit. Like, this is...
Jessie's medical condition could spell the difference between a life with Tom in Australia or leaving without him.
So now just 10 down the day so I can finally be with you properly instead of just seeing you under supervision.
Yeah.
Or even just going for a walk. I think it's the simple things you miss.
Yeah, just me, you, and Millie just having a nice walk, and we can go as long as we want.
Hi! Did you have a good day?
I miss being affectionate with you.
Yeah. I can't wait for those things either. Set of 51st prison dates.
Well, being you is the highlight of my week, so.
Yeah, same.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
With Tom and Jess counting down the days until they'll be together.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Cat.
Overstayer Faris and wife Steph still don't know when there will be a ruling on their case.
When are you going to find out? When do you know?
We don't know.
How long is this going to go on for? It's been 2 years
It's
already.
been
You've
2
been
years.
supporting him for 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Steph, you haven't been able to work. I've watched this.
Yeah, I know.
It's not easy.
Well, we don't know. Like, I mean, it could be any time from now. And I think we get about 3 weeks' notice for the hearing.
So long to wait.
After living a life in limbo, the couple have had plenty of time to think about what happens if the decision goes against them.
Yeah, I just feel like it's set us back several years in terms of where we would be otherwise. So if we didn't have this situation, I think we'd be sort of progressed to sort of being parents.
I mean, I know that you've wanted to have children and you've really put that on hold because you're, I guess, really uncertain about what's going to happen. I'm imagining that they've said having a kid might help your case.
Yeah, I'd hate to take a gamble on a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then if we have to move from Australia...
Yeah, I have a different view. I think you just have them regardless because nobody can really plan for a baby. and generally nobody does. And they just make it work. Yeah, I mean, I've only got a sort of small window.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I know how much I have kids.
Yeah, that's right.
When assessing partner visa applications, the department gives added consideration to those couples who have children together.
I can understand Faris's view. My view is that regardless of this situation, we'd be planning a child anyway, or we'd already have a child together. So my view is that life goes on, and I kind of resent having to press pause on my own life because of awaiting a court outcome.
So how long does this drag out before you say, OK, we're just going to have the kid?
Until I know where I'm going to live for the rest of my life.
What if that takes 2 years,
What if it takes another couple of years?
I am not taking a baby hostage to get a visa. It's very simple.
Yeah, I know, yeah, but
This is
I mean,
not a bargaining chip.
it might be nice to sort of be very naive and say, oh, don't worry, we'll get through anything, But I don't believe that. Like, the reality is we might not get through it. We might not get through it as a couple. It's the not knowing, and knowing that there's only one outcome that is going to work for us as a couple and for my family as well. So that's really tough. Yeah.
Jessie has finally received a result from her medical test, and the news is good.
This call originated from an inmate of the Beechworth Correctional Centre.
Hey.
Hey.
So they gave me the results back.
Yeah.
They said it looks all good. And we were looking at everything specifically, and he said, no, it's a diabetes insipidus. And he's like, I can see all your specialist notes. You've disclosed everything. It's clearly that it's a long-term thing. It's stable. This is not a condition that will affect your visa in any way, shape, or form. it's absolutely fine. You're perfectly healthy, and I wouldn't worry at all.
And I'm glad everything went well.
Tom is being released today, and this is the first time I'm going to see Tom outside of the prison walls in 16 months. I am feeling great. It has been such a long road to get here. Oh, that's him. Tom! Hey, handsome. Our relationship has been tested throughout this experience, and we have grown from it so much. We've stuck through everything together, and today is our reward of all of that. Oh, someone's excited to see you. What happens next for us is just getting to actually live together as a married couple, really for the first time.
See you again.
Good to see you. This is the first day of the rest of our lives.
It's surreal. It's really surreal to be free for the most part. We've waited for 16 months.
For this moment. 16 very long, trying months.
Yeah.
And if we can survive this, we can survive anything.
Satinder and husband Sumit have lived their married lives 10,000 kilometres apart. Immigration instructed Sumit to remain in India while they looked into the couple's spouse visa application. They've been waiting for 3.5 years.
Not much has changed. We had a good chat about it, Sumit and me. We are going for a tourist visa as well, and at the same time, we are going for a petition to just tell the immigration, look, this is a genuine relationship.
Satinder's lawyer has appealed to the department. A decision is expected any time now.
Where is your piggy?
As an Australian citizen, Satinder defends her right to live here with the man she married, even if he did overstay his visa.
I've spent 11, 12 years of my life in this country, right? This is not fair. He's not a murderer, he's not a killer, he's not a terrorist. Okay, you're not going to sit, right? You're going to be naughty boy. He's getting fat day by day. Stop. I'm suffering through something which is caused by a department for no such reasons. Just give us a solid reason, okay? We don't think this, we think that. I can understand that. Good morning. Is Nick here? Say hello.
Hi, Sumit. Good, mate. How are you doing?
Good, Laura. Just waiting every single day, every second. It's really hard to plan anything. Like, it's hard to plan anything.
I'm sorry. Just baby, just a moment. Hello?
What you are about to witness may be distressing to some viewers, as Satinder receives the news she's been dreading.
And I'm going to put the phone on speaker, Yun.
Okay, sure, no problem.
I hope you have no problem with that, yeah?
No, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah?
Okay, so I have some news from the department.
Yeah?
They've made a decision, and unfortunately, they haven't granted the visa, and they've decided to refuse the visa. I know this was somewhat expected, and this will be a bit of a shock. But basically, they've refused the visa because I ultimately determined that they don't believe that there's a genuine relationship.
What we can do next?
Hello? Yeah. So we can appeal to the Administrative Appeals Tribunal, or rather we can apply for a review to the Administrative Appeals Tribunal. It might take up to 2 years for a hearing.
No, but you look, right? 3.5 years I'm already waiting. If it'll be another 2 years, it's like all the time it's gone for no such reason. And this is not a fake relationship.
Yeah, I feel for you. This is a decision that no one should have to, I guess, receive.
So they didn't give you any reason why they're thinking it's not a real relationship?
Really gone through it, and they've really tried very hard to not give weight to all the documents you've given them.
I mean, how else you can prove your relationship?
If you want to call Sumit, I'm happy to speak to you both and talk through the decision. And also, you know, what you want to do from here.
I know now what I want to do.
Yeah.
I know now.
I think Satinder, I think there is hope. I think
there is hope. There is no hope now, Yun.
We have a high,
Do you talk to
very...
2 minutes, I'm just going to washroom.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Sorry, Yun, it's Nick. Satinder's just going to the bathroom for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Shani, sit. Shani, sit. Sit.
While Satinder was in the bathroom, she took an overdose of prescription medicine. The documentary crew are unaware of her actions.
Yun, do you want us to give you a call back when Satinder's out of the bathroom? I don't know if she might need a moment or...
Hi, Satinder.
Okay, listen. Thank you so much for your help and everything you did till today for me. If anything I owe you, Sumit will pay you. I gotta make a few calls. I'll call you back. Sorry.
Okay.
Come here, Johnny. Come on, come on. I'm going through so much at the moment. Right. I can't take it anymore. If anything happens to me, Australian Immigration Department, Peter Dutton, David Coleman, I do have their emails, which shows no sympathy. Indian authorities who went to Sumit's home to do an interview. And without giving any solid reason, they are giving a decision that his visa has been refused. Should be held responsible for my death, if anything happens to me. That's all I'm gonna say. You can go if you want to go.
We'll stay. Can we organise for your friend Mark to come and be with you?
No, it'll be fine.
I think you need someone with you just for the moment.
Sumit? Listen to me. Your visa has been refused. If anything happens to me, take Shiny with you if they don't give you visa. I'm just telling you. Just take him with you. So sorry, Nick.
So sorry this has happened.
At this point, the producer suspected something was wrong and an ambulance was called immediately.
It was very hard to hear that, sorry, trying not to cry. It's hard to know that the news that you deliver, even though it wasn't my decision, it has such a big impact on her. And we knew that she was going through such a tough time already leading up to the decision. So knowing that she took it in that way was incredibly difficult.
In terms of mental health outcomes for migrants who are trapped in these long-term waits, we don't really have any hard evidence of that. But in my conversations with migrants, absolutely there are mental health consequences. And that's not just about being separated from loved ones, but it's also just about the uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen. So it's just not being able to plan for your future, I think, can create a real burden on your mental health.
Satinder was kept in hospital overnight and released the following day with a program of professional counselling and support.
Are you okay with us to still keep filming with you?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah.
And you're happy for us to continue to tell your story?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
So what happened that day when you got the news?
Well, that day, that was a big shock for me because after that many years, the decision is coming out like from department says, no, they don't think it's a genuine relationship.
Do you want to go and play? Do you want to go and play? Go, run, fight, go.
When I was that angry and aggressive, I didn't know what to do. And I want my brain to shut down, not to think about it. So then I thought, well, that's the thing I can do, just sleep forever and don't wake up. And maybe then they'll get the message, not every relationship is fake.
As Satinder's lawyer warned, Sumit's visitor visa was rejected. They are appealing the decision on compassionate grounds.
We haven't got a hearing date yet. And I'm looking forward because I'm going back to home next month to see Sumit and my mum. So this is something positive I'm looking forward to at the moment. Yeah, I'm very excited, to be honest. We're gonna go home soon, Shani. Come here.
So you are optimistic?
Yeah, very much optimistic at the moment. Because this is not a fake relationship. We do have everything, every pro. I'll fight till end. Good boy, good boy. Let's go home. Let's go home now. Let's get home.